So this is a coaxial installation, and I will check to see um, what is the signal coming in the ground block. Even if you see like two other cables up there, is only one cable that goes inside of the house. The other two cables you see are coming from two dish antenna on the roof. So in this case, if you see there is only one cable go inside of the house, that simply tell you there is a distribution center inside of the house. Let's say if the house have 4 or 5 rooms, so one cable cannot send the signal to 5 or 4 rooms. So there should be another distribution center inside of the house that send one cable to each room, and that can be done by using a splitter or an amplifier, depending on how the signal is. If the signal is very bad, you might want to use an amplifier, because if you use a splitter, you will keep losing signal. And do remember, on a two-way splitter, on each port, you're losing 3.5. Okay? And if you're using a three-way splitter, on one port, you're losing 3.5, and on the other two port, you're losing 7. So let's say if you, from the ground block, your signal, on some channels, your signal's already like, let's say 1.5. When you minus 7 from 1.5, that's gonna give you like a minus something. And if you're using a higher splitter, let's say like a 8-way splitter, where you're gonna lose 11 depending on how many rooms, so your signal probably will be bad. You won't be able to pass the test. So in that case, you probably will need to use an amplifier. So but here, what you need to do, make sure you have a good signal on the ground block, and go inside, find that distribution center. When you go inside of the house, where to check? Mainly, the distribution center can be in the attic. The attic, sometimes most likely it's in the garage or on the roof, on the ceiling, and the master closet, the laundry room. But the attic, most likely that's for the old houses. But most of the new houses now, they don't put the splitter or the amplifier or the smart panel, however you want to call it, they don't put them in the attic. It will be in the master closet, the laundry room, or sometime in the garage. All right. So I'm gonna do the test, and after that, I will go inside the house. I will check the master closet, the laundry room, or the attic. But because this house is not that new, chances are it can be in the attic. All right. And remember, guys, um, in this installation, I will be installing 3 equipment, 2 cable box, and 1 modem for the internet. So which means I probably will need to use a 3-way splitter. And the 3-way splitter, I will hook up the 2 TVs to the 7. Um, yeah, on that line we can lose 7. But for the modem, we probably will use the 3.5. It depends on how the signal is. So what to use inside is the signal on the ground block that will tell you what type of splitter you can use inside. Let's say your signal on the each channels, let's say channel 3, channel 2, channel 16, 88, 120. On each channels, the signal have to be between -10 and +12. Okay? If it's above 12, your test will fail. Okay? So let's say if you have on one channel you have 14, okay, and you need to be at 12. So if you use a port that will take away 7, you will still have 7 left. You will good. But let's say if you have if you have 20. If you use the port that will take away 3.5, so that will not be enough. So whatever signal that will be left will still above 12. So you might want to use a three-way or a four-way. A four-way on each port you lose 7. And then, and don't forget, it depends on the length of the cable, because the cable will take away some signal too. It depends on how far you're going with the cable. So the ground block dictates everything and the top. Okay. I just checked my signal, and the lowest channel is 10, and the highest channel is like 17. So at this point, so we can use a four-way, or we can use a three-way. But if I use a three-way, I'll hook up the internet to the 7, not the 3, because I have a 17. When you minus that 3.5 from that 17, so you will still have like a 13 point something left. So that will be above 12. So I will not be able to hook up. If I use a three-way, I will not be able to connect the modem to the 3.5. So because one of the channel will be like 13 point something, and I cannot be above 12. Okay, so on this way you can use a four-way, or if you use a three-way, make sure you hook up the modem to the 7, not the 3.5. Alright, so I will stop the video right there, and I'll go inside. And I'm sorry because I cannot record anything inside the house, but I will have a video for inside when I'm in a new construction that have nobody living on it. But right now this one is, there is tenant there, people living there, you cannot record inside. But when I'm in a brand new construction, I will have another video on how to make the distribution inside of the house. Alright.